Awesome, thank you. All right, good morning, or good morning. Wow, I wish. Good evening, everyone. So, the zoning board of appeals for Thursday, April 23rd, 2026. From an agenda perspective, we have a area variance, but before we get to that one, just wanted to see if everyone was able to go through the minutes for the March 12th meeting. Do we have a motion to for that approval?
Motion.
To a second?
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor to approve the minutes?
Pause for a minute. I have one correction. Brooke, on the second page. The description we had of their property, we talked about septic and utilities. They're on the north side of the house, not the south side. It's the bottom of the fourth paragraph.
Thank you.
Where it says, additionally, septic and utilities are located on the south side.
Yeah, they're on the north.
They're on the north
Yep.
side of
Good
the
catch.
house. So with that edit, I vote A.
Okay,
Yay.
Thank you.
and we'll just do it all again. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Cool. Thank you. All right, so the Curao area variance tonight. So I guess, do we have a motion to open the public hearing on that?
So motion.
Okay,
A motion to open the public hearing.
I'll second that.
all right, and all in favor on opening that? Aye.
Aye.
All right, so if you guys would like to come up and give us an overview. The area variance application was posted in the Sentinel, so a way of reading the overview of that. And I guess for anyone else here from public, if you would like to speak tonight on it, you'll have the opportunity to do so after we've discussed the application with yes.
Aye.
Hi,
Hello.
my name is Kate and I am the representative from the solar company.
Okay.
I just brought an extra plan to everybody and the overlay as well.
Cool.
And then I'm here to answer any questions you may have. I'm the project manager of the company and I get to come to all the variance requests.
So I guess if you could just describe the intent and kind of overview of what, obviously looking to do a solar field for it.
Non-solar field, just a very small residential solar array on the ground. So the reason that we're not doing a roof mount on the system is because they have beautiful trees, east-west roof, and they don't want to cut down the trees.
Okay.
They do have the land for it, and that's why we're gonna do a ground mount. We're doing it towards the south-facing property line. And really, that's basically the reason why we're doing it there.
You've been in Charlie's for 60 years. Our neighbor across the street, Lee's, who have a solar array.
Okay.
They're also living in. The main question I have on the figures, I went out to view your property. I left you a message. Okay. Mr. Crow, but I was able to see enough just from the street. And the thing that has mixed me up that I need clarification is the dimensions that are shown on here of the distance.
Mhm.
Well, the parcel size and then the distance of the panels from the street. This is a 2.06 acre parcel. If you just multiply the dimensions, this works out to 3.6 acres.
Yeah.
And 276 feet from the road. When I did it separately on Google Earth, it actually puts the panels somewhere back here. So these dimensions are off, I think.
Is it the
Yeah.
property line? Because I don't think they put the road on. Where does the property line hit?
So, and I was gonna mention
The
this.
property line across
Yeah,
the
we
road.
all,
Is
So I think we've all now, we're kind of in the consensus, the dimensions that are listed for the parcel, this is the actual tax map.
Mhm.
Shows 459 feet is the depth of the property line
Oh.
from the street.
Okay,
Yeah.
So I will say that the Environmental Conservation
Yeah,
Board,
200 is the width.
right,
Yeah,
Exactly.
it was about 75%. Shown on here is about 75% larger than I think what is actual.
so we can definitely bring the array in and make the dimensions more accurate. We were just going by what we had as far as the property dimensions, and that was based off of. I'm actually not sure because I don't actually pull that part for the information.
And I think that one of the reasons that I had the concerns too is with the number of EPODs that you have listed on your on your property. There is some concerns that the solar array itself would be listed or located in that
And the flooding.
100-foot buffer for the stream that's at the corner.
So hypothetically speaking, just a rough estimate, if the house was actually here and the solar was here, it can't be
Yes,
in the blue zone.
Correct.
Okay, so like if we get the correct measurements and the solar just can't be in the blue zone?
Correct.
Okay, so if we were to get it out of the blue zone.
Yeah, and I think
situation.
that there were two, we would just need to make sure that the site plans and the map would be reflected and accurate. Just to make sure that we satisfy that. Also, the Environmental Conservation Board wanted to do a site visit as well to make sure that that aligns with where they actually were. I believe there was a question on to how much brush was being pulled back to
There
place
wouldn't be
those.
any.
It's in the lawn.
Right,
Yeah.
and I just was trying to make sure with the moving of it, if there's
Yeah.
any
Oh,
impact.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
The only amount of land distribution would be the trenching, and it's a 2-foot by 2-foot
Right.
trench.
Any of the brush you saw, it's actually not our brush. You mow the lawn, right to the property.
Okay, yeah, I just,
That brush there, that's.
may have been a poor choice of words, my apologies. I meant to, like, any disturbances to trees or whatnot, so.
Any of that, though.
Do you happen to have aerial that would show the actual location of stream and the property?
Other than
We
what's
have it on the.
on Google Earth. The stream is pretty obvious
Mhm.
on Google Earth, although it depends on what. You need to pick the vintage of
Yeah,
imagery.
Okay.
To get it right.
because we were, so like if this is the stream here, we were looking at the array, you know, you can see,
Right.
yeah,
Well, here's the house.
right, like
So
you.
this line is the 107 feet from
Mm-hmm.
the point on the house, that corner
Right,
is this line right here.
right,
So be right about there. This line is the two hundred and
and if you
76,
portion that out, that would be
which
the whole
puts it,
blue
yeah,
area.
which puts it
Yeah.
back here.
Okay,
So, once you get, I think, these dimensions reconciled, and then place the array to recognize the EPODs. So this is your stream.
Mhm.
This is actually flood zone.
right.
And so go from those, then I think you'll, the window will be smaller, but I think you've still got a window.
Yes.
Now, because the neighbor's yard is in the flood zone completely as well, is that taken into account at all?
Well, the property line comes
No, the neighbor is a solar array.
Oh,
Is
over
completely
here?
in the flood zone, yeah.
We're considering this parcel today. We're looking at this variance. We're not.
I agree. I understand 100%. I just didn't know if that would be taken into consideration at all when taking this array into consideration.
I understand your point.
We can't really speak to the neighbor's location, without reviewing that site.
Did you have any, I mean, we'll definitely get an updated aerial shots for sure. Did you have any questions specific to the solar at all or anything with the electric or?
No, I think the trenching was already answered about the location of the trees and stuff. That was, I just want to make sure if that was gonna be a disturbance. No, nothing else from that one, so.
Hypothetically speaking, would we go through a variance meeting again, or would it be something that could be approved possibly through email?
I think we would have to come back and look at it.
Yeah,
Correct.
so it sounds to me that the board doesn't really have any particular notes or questions about concerns about the project, other than the need to reconcile
The location.
the map and confirm the location of the proposed location, because as was said, the dimensions on your site plan seem to be at variance with what the other maps
Yes.
show. So that needs to be confirmed or corrected, whatever the case may be. And I think that, as far as your question about, approval process, the board would need to, it sounds like the board's not ready to take action tonight. We want to see the updated maps, and we also need to wait for the environmental conservation board to also just confirm as well.
Mhm.
And do a site visit and whatnot. So it sounds to me like the board has an option to keep the public hearing open to the next month, to the next meeting, whatever the next meeting is. And they could choose to act at that point.
Yeah.
So we meet twice a month. So what?
P14.
Okay.
So that would be the time, that the next earliest time is when we keep the public hearing open. We'll close the public hearing. If they were ready to act, they could act at that point. That would be the earliest.
Okay, well, we'll get right on top of this and get this information as soon as possible for you.
Yeah, and the one thing that I was gonna mention, if you, this is a copy of the local
I would love
map.
it.
Yeah,
Thank you
absolutely.
so much.
I wanted to make sure if that was, trying to understand also the setback.
So it's
so like-
75 feet from the southern border and
And this is the road center line. I just
Mhm.
want to to
Okay.
also ask if that, it looks like you would want to do from this property line versus. the
it
actual
definitely would
the
be
center road.
well within the
Yeah.
one from the west side of the property. The biggest concern we would have would be the setback from the south line
Sure.
because everything else would be well within the property lines.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, because the further west we are, the more in the floodplain we'd be. So
Yes.
we want to be ahead of that.
And can I ask for clarification? One of the answers in the application,
Yeah.
where it goes through the area variance criteria. Number 3 is the degree of variance sought. Your answer is more significant variance due to deviation from zoning, and I'm not sure I understand. Would you say that a different way? Help me understand.
I will have Jen clarify that when she was filling out the forms. I think we were trying to figure out why there was a degree at all needed. Besides the fact that it was a ground mount and in front of the property line. Typically, the only ground mounts that go before variance requests are within front of the actual physical property.
Yeah.
And that's usually the only reason we go in. So I think it may be just because it was more significant due to the flood zone.
Okay,
I think the answer to that
Yeah.
question really is that in this particular case, because the town code that we're talking about here is sort of an absolute of no accessory structures
in front of, yeah,
That is basically, the answer to this question is 100%.
Yeah.
Because you're proposing to put all of it in front of it.
Yes.
Of the lot, of the structure,
Right.
so it's not like you're putting it like 50% in front, you're putting 100% of it, so.
right,
That's technically the answer.
okay,
There you go.
okay, well,
She must have got that answer from you.
So if you need assistance with, or you have any questions about the map issue,
Mhm.
the dimensions, whatnot, feel free to contact Brooke.
Yeah, if they need to reach out, I can send her a copy of the updated text now, so that they have. the-
That'd be fantastic. Okay, perfect. I'll let her know. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I guess, do we have anyone from the public present that wanted to comment on the application? Anyone online? Okay. So I guess, based on conversation earlier, do we want to make a motion to extend the public hearing and keep it open or close the public hearing?
I'll make a motion and keep it open.
For the
second it.
All right, all in favor to keep the public hearing open?
Aye.
Aye.
And so I guess we would also then make I'll make a motion to table this.
No, you just
Okay.
keep the public hearing open.
Okay,
You take any further action.
okay,
You can't take action until after the position has.
okay. All right, and I don't believe we had any other business on this tonight, so, okay. So that would mean that the upcoming meeting for the 14th would be the continuation of this public hearing. Okay. All right, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.